How are you?
Good, good. How you doing, Jen?
Doing very well, thank you.
Hope your morning's going good so far.
So far, so good. Got to sleep in a little bit, so it's always nice.
It's nice. Same here. Same here. How you doing, Nate?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing, buddy?
Guys, got a lot of fun plans for this upcoming weekend.
What are you doing, Nate? I forget. What do you got planned this weekend?
I'm doing whatever you guys are doing.
So I guess we're gonna just go out and explore.
Nice.
It's always fun with these guys because it's like plans will just kind of just spur out of nowhere, and so it's just like it's kind of like that. It's kind of random but planned at the same time. So
Kind of spontaneous.
yes,
Kind of just go with the flow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nice. Do you collect vinyl records? I can't tell if those are vinyl records behind you.
Oh yeah, these. Yeah, like my little brother and I, we have this thing where like kind of we try to do it every other weekend, where we go visit this vinyl store in San Jose called Streetlight, and we'll like look at the just like new vinyls that just got dropped, and we'll like see if there's any like rare ones or anything. And I love to pick up like a couple rare ones. Like I think I'm a huge fan of the Court of the Crimson King from King Crimson, and I have like a '70s one, an '80s one, and then an original or 2020 pressing just that I found there.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then like
Yeah, I've heard of that band, but I don't think I've actually kind of dived into their music. What would you recommend?
that album is really good. It's so like it's definitely that like psychedelic rock thing going on where it's kind of trance and but it's super
Hmm.
explosive too. It's really awesome. That first album that they released, The Court of the Crimson King, that one's super. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out. No,
It's definitely
it's
like
cool that vinyl is kind of coming back. I live in Boston, and there's quite a few record stores that still exist. And every time I go in there, the crowd gets younger and younger, which is kind of cool.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. So Nate and I and Jack, we went to San Diego like a couple months ago, and I was super shocked to see on one street there was like two vinyl shops, and then another one like 10 minutes down, and it was like I don't know. I guess like from a business aspect, I'm like, you guys profiting that much? That's awesome.
Do you collect vinyl too, Nate?
I do have a couple vinyls just because my dad gave them to me. They're a bunch of Rolling Stones, Beatles records, and there's I do have King Crimson records as well too.
Oh,
He's really
cool.
into like um progressive type of stuff and like Frank Zappa and stuff.
Oh,
Super
that's
into that.
cool. He
Yeah.
was a zany guy, but he was really intelligent. I think I saw an interview with him randomly, and he was very well spoken. So I guess that
Yeah,
goes
he
to show,
is. He
like, don't
is.
judge a book by its cover.
Zappa, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I think I've
Yeah.
seen that too.
I saw that your song Bad Start is featured on EA Sports NHL 24, their soundtrack and official playlist, which is pretty cool. I think that's a big deal. I don't know if you guys are gamers, but I feel like, that's a big playlist to be on.
Yeah, it's really exciting news when we found out. We would joke actually prior to that, we would joke around like having like our song possibly in like a skating video game, whether it's like Skate 4, like Tony Hawk.
Oh yeah.
We managed to get this awesome opportunity, and it was really cool because it was kind of it felt unreal in the moment. I was just like we were in the middle of like recording stuff and we were like finalizing mixes, and then we hear the news and it was like yeah, I game a little bit, so I was just like, dude, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah. I think whether or not you're a gamer, I mean, that's a big one to be on EA Sports. I feel like a lot of people still play EA Sports.
Yeah, like I definitely grew up with like FIFA, Madden, NHL, not too much, but like recently, like the band got together to go record some videos and play it, and it looks really, it feels fun. Like it's the penalty box thing. I'm still trying to understand. I know like if you foul out a player, they put them in a box, and then it's like uneven, so the other team has an advantage. So it's
Yeah,
been a
I
learning
don't
experience.
understand any of that.
Yeah, how do you feel
I
about
don't
all that?
understand.
Yeah,
I don't understand any of the rules in hockey. I mean, I
Not a
understand how to
hockey
like
player.
play the game. I am not a hockey player. I don't really watch sports at all, to be honest. But I understand like to get the goals and the opposite things and everything, but all like the penalties and like the fouls and stuff, I don't understand. But when me and Jack were playing, we were just trying to fight each other because I know we could fight each other in the
Oh yeah.
game. So we were trying to figure out how to do that.
Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I saw, Fall Out Boy and Sum 41 are on that playlist, so big names to be next to.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was cool. Like they had a post with like a bunch of the artists on the soundtrack where they were all like kind of together. And it was so weird seeing like Beck right here and then 100 Gex like right here in the post and like we're right here. And it's like this doesn't feel right. Something shouldn't be there. And I was like weird feeling.
Yeah. But also big news, I saw you guys posted that you'll be at Welcome to Rockville on Sunday, May 12th next year,
Yeah.
and so many iconic bands that are going to be there. It's kind of overwhelming.
yeah, it's pretty nuts, honestly, looking
Yeah,
at the whole lineup.
the headliners are amazing, dude. Like I saw like some bands off the top of my head. I was Motley Crue's gonna be there. I think the first day, yeah, Foo Fighters, Queen of the Stone Age that I saw recently, amazing. Like, and then on the same stage we're playing with, I think it's the Chats and what was it, Sum 41, Nate?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Yeah, some
I saw
41.
them.
Awesome. That's awesome.
That's
I
awesome.
think
Yeah, no,
Slipknot's playing on the same day too, but not on the same.
I hope you guys get to catch some of these sets before you guys go on.
I know it's our first big festival gig, so I'm gonna be like really taking everything in, but at the same time, like I wonder how much we can get away with the backstage passes. Like I'm gonna be like, part of Slipknot, let me go, let me see them. I want to say hi. Come on.
No, that's like really big news. I feel like you guys kind of went from starting around the pandemic time to like now you guys are like full blast, in full gear. A lot of exciting things happening.
Yeah, it was very when we started off in the pandemic, all we did was really just polish the whole time. We would practice a lot. We're on a very strict like thing where we practice Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or we try at least. Sometimes life changes that, but yeah, a lot of like during like that pandemic era, it was just all just jamming, polishing, and like really being in sync with one another. And I didn't know how important that was until we would play in front of people, and they were like, "You guys don't even have to like look at each other to like be in sync. Like you guys can just feel it." It was like, that's cool. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so I guess it worked to your advantage that you guys took that can-do attitude and really honed your skills. And that way, once the pandemic was over, you could just really go after everything.
Oh yeah, when the second venue started opening up, we took every gig possible. Like we made so many great friends that way, like so many cool bands around the area, and it's such a cool thing. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to meet a lot of cool musicians that are equally as like kind of motivated as you. It only makes you more motivated. You just want to work harder and harder.
That's awesome. And so you guys are working on your debut album, which will come out next year. How was it, working with Brian House, and what do you feel like you took away from working with him?
Yeah, Nate.
Well, working with him was, a blast. He just made it seem like, he never really criticized how you do stuff. He would just always try to build you up and not really put you down to try to make you get the best take. I guess what I took from it is just all the kind of production stuff that he does, like with all the layering and all that, and just really not to be too hard on yourself, I guess, and just have fun, pretty much. Because that's all I was getting from him is that he was just having so much fun recording with us.
It was amazing because like going off of that layering thing, it was our first time like getting like professional help for our songs. So what we would do is we would send them kind of like our idea of the song, and it would just be bass, drums, guitar, and vocals, really, maybe something else, but that's really it. And yeah, he would like have these cool ideas. He goes, what do you guys think of this? Let's mess around here. Jack, let's play a little riff behind the song. It's like those type of things that you can hear after listening to the song, like the song a couple times. It was so cool. It was like watching like a wizard just like, morph in it and making it just so much better. It was so cool.
That's amazing. And I feel like for your debut album, you want it to be a fun experience and, not be too stressful. So I think you guys got lucky in that aspect.
100%. Working with Brian was just the funnest thing. We got to travel up north. It was our first time in Canada working at Armory Studios and then his studio, and it was such a great time. Like every day there was like something new and fun to attack. Like working on the songs, there was like a new idea, and it was so much fun because like once you're inside the studio, you're ready, you're prepared as a musician. You're like, dude, let's just go at it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So where are you at right now with the debut album? Is it kind of still in production or kind of just like in the mixing stage?
No, it's all finished up
Oh,
actually.
nice.
And so
Awesome.
right now we just have like we released Bad Star, and then we do have the debut album coming out next year. Yeah, we're just kind of just waiting for certain things to just align just so we can start, releasing it a little bit more, little by little.
Well, that's great. So I saw you guys recently release like a live music video. That's the right word I'm looking for.
Mhm.
Like a live performance video. And then there's a visualizer. Is there going to be any other music videos coming out?
Yeah, so that music video, we actually recorded it in Nashville with an amazing crew. It was so much fun. It was our first time in Nashville, actually. And so, yeah, there is a visualizer too. Um, what was the last part of your question? Sorry.
Oh, is there going to be another music video for Bad Start, or is the live performance one considered the official one?
Nate.
I'm pretty sure we're going to do an actual music video, and possibly a couple other ones for other songs, but that's still up in the air, I think. But most likely, yes, we're going to do more
Oh,
videos.
nice. And are you allowed to say how many songs are on the album?
That's a good question.
That's a great question. Somewhere
I don't see
between.
why not.
Not- there's a good amount.
More
Oh, cool.
more than 10, right? More than 10?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like a full length album. That's cool.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite concert you ever attended?
So watching them perform, Josh Homme, I think that's how you pronounce it. Um, he was amazing. I mean, I love his song so much, and like the drums, the bass, everything he does, and then everyone around him, like it's just all amazing. Best concert, I don't know. I think it's funny, it's not rock, but when I went to go see Maddie who's an EDM artist, his visuals and lights were so amazing. And then after Porter Robinson played, and then they had fireworks, anything EDM is just like the visuals are always the best thing.
Oh yeah.
And I think that it was the Second Sky Festival. It was a great time. And funny thing too is that my friend and I, we were just ready to dip. We did not want to go anymore. We waited like so long. We're like, yeah, we don't even want to be here. And it ended up being like the best concert I've been to, and I've been to a couple. How about you, Nate? What was the best concert you've been to?
Well, I haven't been to that many concerts, but the one that was really good that I saw 21 Pilots live when they were in their blurry face era, and just their whole like stage presence. It wasn't just like a gig for them. It wasn't just music. It was like a whole show. Like this man, the lead singer, Tyler Joseph, like came out and did like a magic trick. It
Oh
was
wow.
crazy. Yeah. And they were like going all over the venue or like the theater, I guess. Like they were moving their set to the middle and then to the back to play a couple songs for the people in the back. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I remember they were really huge not too long ago. I wonder if are they still together? I should look into what they're up to
I
these days.
I think they did put out another record,
Hmm.
but it's a little bit different. I think they added some other members, probably not permanent, but like they've had more guitars and less like EDM-y or
Oh,
rappy. I
okay.
think it's more like pops.
Ah, I'll have to check that out.
Oh, is that the one with Mulberry Street or whatever it's called?
I think so. I
Cool,
do
cool.
like their older stuff better though,
Mhm.
but they're still cool.
Nice. Are there any bands that you're really digging right now, or do you tend to go back to like older music, or are you listening to more like current bands right now?
Definitely older for me. Like recently I've been going more towards like Jack recently put me on the Buzzcocks. Their music's really cool. Um yeah, I feel like for me it's just a majority of the time is going back to older music. You know, like I mean I love, you know, I'm a musician, I love music, but like I feel like the older ones I can definitely pull a little bit more, especially when it comes to like 70s, because like the bass is a little bit more predominant in the mix, like all the time. Like you can hear it and there's like a shimmer to it that I hear sometimes. And you can't really find that nowadays in like new music because like everything's like all just so perfectly polished, but sometimes the bass is like in the back of the mix. And you know, it's not like I always pay attention to the bass. You know, funny enough, I think when I listen to music, I pay attention to the drums more than any other instrument. But as a bassist, I feel like right now I want to just be able to polish up everything before we start going on tour. So definitely older stuff. You Nate?
It's like a mix of things, really. It takes me a while to get into new music. If a new song comes out, I have to listen to it a couple times for me to like it. But I did listen to like the new Blink record, and there's two new Green Day songs out right now,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, those two, and then some of like Travis Barker's like side projects, but I mostly listen to older stuff, like Third Eye Blind and Buzzcocks too. They're pretty cool. And
Oh
like The
yeah,
Cure, I always listen to, and The Police, all that stuff.
yeah. Speaking of Third Eye Blind, whenever I hear "Semi Charmed Life," I have to listen to it. I feel like it's one song that I don't get sick of ever. It's
It is
something
a
about the
great song.
melody.
It is a great song, and the lyrics are pretty great as well.
Oh yeah. I feel like the 90s are just coming back in general. I feel like a lot of bands from the 90s are going on tour again or kind of having reunions, which is kind of exciting for me
Yeah,
because I kind of grew up in the 90s, so it's kind of surreal. It's exciting, but it also makes me feel old.
It's cool. Like there's that whole festival, the Sick New World, right? Where like
is
they
that like
brought,
a new metal one?
is that
Like with
the,
Limp Bizkit and Deftones and like
Oh,
yeah.
them?
Like
Yeah.
it's cool to see those type of artists, you know, like 90s, early 2000s type of bands to like just research. Cause I mean, it was pretty obvious that like recently artists are trying to have that punk element, especially with like Travis, like being in every studio in LA or anywhere, just like doing his little things. And it's cool because it really is like a history repeats itself type of thing. And yeah,
absolutely. But I think it's exciting for them because then a new generation can come in and appreciate their music and then people who lived in the 90s they can kind of relive it again. So I guess it's a win-win.
I feel that 100%.
Well, I want to kind of switch gears back to your upcoming album. What can people be on the lookout for, and what are your hopes for 2024? Because it's crazy to think that 2023 is coming to an end already.
No, jeez.
Yeah,
Well,
this
Nate,
year went by super fast. Well, I am looking forward to that festival we are playing, and I hope we get a chance to do some more and possibly go on tour with a bigger band, obviously, and we'd open for them. I don't know who we would open for though, but that would be pretty dope.
yeah, and as for like things that are like starting to come up for us, it's like I'd say for those, like keep an eye out for like any singles that are going to be released anytime soon. Um, we're definitely trying. We're planning on like releasing a single, but and then with that too, we also have shows that we're trying to book. Like Nate said, like we want to tour with a bigger act, but we might even do like another like a little mini tour or something, you know, early next year. We're definitely like hungry for a tour, so hopefully we get to see you guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. Would love to see you guys on the East Coast in Boston or surrounding area.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. We love to explore like the country. Like we don't mind driving. We're just give us a venue and we're there.
Nice. Have you guys actually been to Boston before?
I've not. A lot of my
I know
friends
it's
have.
so far away on the opposite side of the country.
I know, like whenever I hear Boston, I just think like it's cold,
Oh
right?
yeah. I would love to be in California right now because it is cold today.
Yeah, it's getting chillier. But I'm sure it's not as cold as yours.
Probably not, but so that's really exciting. I'm loving your first single, and I can't wait to hear the rest of the album. So I'm really excited for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me, and hope you enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Awesome. You as well. Thanks, Jen.
Small brain, a big heart, a shut mouth, a bad start. A small brain, a big heart, a shut mouth, a bad start.